Hey guys, it's going to be a bit of a unusual video, I guess, if you can say that. So I'm just going to be sorting some cards in this one and just give my thoughts on Flesh and Blood and maybe trading card game in general. So I have a bunch of comments and common cards and maybe some foils. I'm not sure. I've sleeved up all the foils though, so what I'm gonna do is basically sort them out and maybe do some talking, discuss about Flesh and Blood and stuff like that. All right, so this is my first time doing this. I guess I'm doing this because my room is a mess now. It's a total mess with cardboards, so I have to somehow arrange this in a way that it makes sense. So I have like around 4 piles here and just gonna start. So I'm just gonna split it according to, let's say this is Ranger, Technologist, Ranger. So let's say if I'm building some decks, it's gonna be easy for me. So currently I'm actually building a, sorry about the glare there. So this is the Ranger pile, if you guys care about that, not sure. So this is the generic pile. So these are some, what's interesting is in Flesh and Blood even common cards are quite good actually. So my objective now is basically to build a deck that doesn't involve cards like Majestic and things like that. It's not that, I'm not willing to spend the extra money, but it's just something that I want to do. When I was playing Pokemon TCG, I did the same kind of thing where I try to build, budget decks, and that's just something I like to do. So the current deck that I'm working on is a Rune Blade deck, which I hope to share later on once I have played with it a bunch of times, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So if you guys are still learning, learning the game and want to get good at it, there's a video that I'll be linking down in the description below, which I use as a guide to build my deck, kind of a guide to build my deck, which I think he explained it quite nicely, I must say. So we have the Mycologist, Ranger here. I just hope with the Flesh and Blood it doesn't get more complex than, with all the sets coming out. It doesn't get convoluted with so many sets, different types of products, like what happened to Magic. The weird thing is Pokemon has been around for quite some time, but it doesn't feel that uh, as complex as Magic. So Magic was the alpha was released in 1993, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 1993, and Pokemon was 1998 for the TCG. So I just feel like with the set boosters and collector boosters, there's just so much going on in, the world of Magic. I still love collecting it though. That's something about Magic that I just can't quite put my finger on, which is I can't seem to stop collecting Magic cards, even though I don't play it much anymore since I got into Flesh and Blood, but I still can't seem to shake it off. So on Pokemon, on the other hand, I've always loved Pokemon, so it's not something I'm going to stop. It is something I'm going to keep collecting, and just let me know if you guys are interested to see Pokemon TCG on this channel as well. So I'm not specifically in making Flesh and Blood content, so it really depends on the interest and stuff. So this is a foil that I did not sleeve. I'm not sure why. It could be I did not notice that this is foil. So this is a red card. This should be a Rune Blade. So this is a red Rune Blade. I will be needing this later on for a deck I'm working on. So the deck I'm working on involves the maximum rarity of rare. Just to mention it again, it's not going to involve majestic and things like that. I just want to try it out and see how it performs. And you know, the main objective of deck is creating tokens. You know what usually Runeblade does, creating tokens, launching those arcane damages, forcing the enemy to use their you know, their robes and things like that to block those damage. Yep. So I thought while I'm sorting out cards, why not just talk over it and you know just to keep myself occupied. All right, so we are only quarter through this. I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be, but we'll see. Another class that I really wanted to build a deck around is the mechanologist. It utilizes the boost mechanic, which I'm not sure how that works though. Gonna see how. Wizards has been quite popular in Blitz, I think. I guess it's because the ability to, you know, launch a burst of damage in quite a short time. So I guess that's the appeal of Wizard players. Ranger, I'm not sure about Rangers. Man, I gotta take some time to sort it by rarity, but it's fine. It's gonna go through this. So this is us. Sorry about that. Sorry about the cut. My iPhone storage is full while I'm recording, so gotta keep those storage clean, guys. You'll never know when you run out of storage. Right, anyways, this is the Ranger accent, and then we have some visual action. So what's amazing about Flesh and Blood that really intrigues me is how it managed to do well even in the time of, you know, the pandemic, where everyone is at home, unable to visit their local game store, you know, to play with their friends and things like that. I guess part of it could be attributed that it was released in New Zealand, where they managed to handle the COVID situation quite well. Hence the, you know, they'll be able to enjoy this game, and then it became famous from there, well known. On the other hand, the tabletop simulator, I guess you could say, oh, this is an equipment, let's just put there. The tabletop simulator could also be contributing to this, I think. So this is useful. I'm gonna put it. It's a, if you guys want to know, it's a defense reaction with a 4, and if you want to use it, it's an opt 1 and with 0 cost. So that's useful. So we have a wizard action, 5 damage. Hey, but the heck? So the wizard is supposed to be, why did I put the, messing up my pile, guys? I'm messing up my piles again. So this is the mechanologist, and then we have this again. Hope you guys doing well during the pandemic, and then just share to me, you guys, how do you guys play this game? Do you play with your siblings? Or I know you guys from New Zealand, you know, you guys still can attend events and things like that. Maybe having some, you know, Friday night magic kind of thing. But this is the Flesh and Blood night magic. No, wait, no, it doesn't sound right. Friday night Flesh and Blood. Let me know, guys, down in the comments below. What do you guys, you know, how do you guys do it? So this is another useful card. Read the runes. I'm just gonna toss it there, and then wizard action. We have another wizard action. Mechanologist, ranger. There we go. This is a generic equipment. Just gonna drop it there, and then we have the foresight. So it'll be easier for me to build decks when I can just go through these piles, you know, to get some inspiration, to get some ideas. So you might notice that I sleeve some cards. They do bend though. I don't know if you guys can see on the cameras. Oops, I was out of frame. They do bend slightly. So we have some action card equipments go there. And then we have some rune blade action. I actually bought a bunch of rune blade foil because I like the way they look. You know, the coloring with the blue and purple kind of hue. So that's something I like. So these are some generic action. So in the previous video, some people, shared about their concern about Flesh and Blood being, being convoluted and with so many sets like Yu-Gi-Oh! And the summoning techniques. If you guys are familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! They have these different summoning techniques that, it actually heightens the barrier for new players to come in because they have so much to catch up. And I just hope Flesh and Blood doesn't get to that. But I hope the core mechanic of the Flesh and Blood stays the same, but they should expand each classes, introduce new action cards and things like that. So that will be useful, to give the game some depth, but not in a way that will drive new players away. It's still hard to say because the game is quite new. So it's gonna take some time, guys. It's going to take some time. So I think I did mention previously that I wanted to make a deck that wanted to make a deck that does not involve Majestic and things like that. I'm going to make a video soon regarding that. So you see the piles like that. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to fix it later. So we have the Ranger defense reaction action. We have some generic action. Regarding Runeblade decks though, I try to avoid to put this generic action because I want each card to able to create a token. Like for example, this one I'm not a fan of. Okay, it does utilize the rune chant to reduce, but I would prefer it to create rune tokens too, so that would be more useful for me. So every time I launch my attack, rune tokens get destroyed and the opponent's hero gets damage in both arcane and normal damage. Is the video getting too long? I'm just worried that I might bore some people, and then oops, I just hit the stand. With this rambling and things like that. It's not something I usually do. I usually do I wouldn't say well structured. It's unscripted, but I do have something to say from my mind. So this is something different. Just want to try out. I guess these are some generic. And then we have Runeblade, put it here. Runeblade again, we have some Wizard. And by the way, the local game store at my place have restocked their Welcome to Wrath, I don't know, it depends how you guys pronounce it. They managed to restock the booster boxes, so that's one thing. I pre-ordered the unlimited edition for both Welcome to Wrath and also where's the Ranger pile again? Yeah. And also the Arcane Rising. So but Crucible of War on the other hand, I decided to get the singles instead because it's quite hard to get the boxes now. I don't think the prices are keep rising, so that's one thing. So this is a bunch of Runeblades card. We have some Ranger equipment. We have some Mechnologist, we have some Wizard action going on there. Just toss it over there. We have some generic type. So these are some equipments. Just put it in the generic pile. I'm just gonna tend to that later. Let's put it at Ranger. Right, so after Runeblade, I guess the other hero that I'm really interested to try out is Mechanologist. And I'm not sure. The boost mechanic seems really interesting, although I don't really know what it does. Wizard is another hero that I wanted to try for quite some time now. And another thing I wanted to touch upon is the Shapeshifter and also the Merchant heroes, which they do not have these specific classes action cards yet. I think so. For Shapeshifter, she doesn't need it, but since she does shapeshift into the enemy's hero, so that's interesting. I'm interested into seeing how that pan out in the future. So these are some generics. Oops, wrong pile. My brain kind of shut down there. I'm not sure, then I threw it in the wrong pile for no reason. So here's the Mechanologists. We have some wizard action going over there. Don't worry about the pile. There is a clear border which I can just move it. I know some of you guys gonna be annoyed with the way I sorted, but it's fine, guys. It's just gonna be fine. I just hope this COVID situation get better soon. With the way it's going, it's kind of a mess now right now in the country I live, which is Malaysia. We are having some lockdown, movement control orders, restrictive movement, stuff like that. So the only way I can play Flesh and Blood is with my brothers. Alright, so Mechanologies and Ranger action. So guys, thanks for stopping by. This is kind of the way I sort. I know it's a mess, but anyways, as long as I can see the piles, that's fine. Hey, this one is okay, right? Runeblade is fine too, but the Rangers, piles a mess, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. If you like this kind of video, let me know. I know I don't provide much input, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.